What makes a killer like Richard Ramirez, the infamous Night Stalker, commit such horrific crimes? To understand the psychology of one of America's most notorious criminals, we have to dive deep into his disturbed mind and examine the factors that shaped his violent behavior. Richard Ramirez terrorized Southern California between 1984 and 1985, committing at least 13 murders, 5 attempted murders, 11 sexual assaults, and 14 burglaries. His crimes were both brutal and random, often committed at night, when his victims were most vulnerable. But what set Ramirez apart wasn't just his crimes, it was his complete lack of remorse and his chilling ability to blend in with society. Psychologists believe that a combination of childhood trauma and mental illness played a significant role in shaping Ramirez's violent tendencies. Raised in a broken, abusive household, Richard was exposed to violence from an early age. He witnessed his father's brutality and was often neglected by his family. But it wasn't just his upbringing. Ramirez was also influenced by disturbing images and ideas, including the violent acts of his cousin, a Vietnam War veteran who showed him gruesome photographs of murdered women. Ramirez's crimes were also marked by a sense of religious fanaticism. He referred to himself as a satanic killer, drawn to the idea of committing evil acts in the name of darkness. His obsession with Satanism and his messages to the police and media reflected a mind driven by delusion and a thirst for notoriety. What makes Richard Ramirez's case particularly chilling is that his actions defied typical criminal patterns. He wasn't driven by money or revenge. His violence seemed almost senseless. This unpredictability made him a true threat, and his reign of terror left a deep scar on the communities he targeted. Richard Ramirez's psyche is a complex and disturbing example of how a combination of trauma, mental illness, and a twisted sense of power can shape one of the most infamous killers in U.S. history. His story forces us to confront the darkest aspects of human nature. What do you think drove Richard Ramirez to commit such atrocities? Share your thoughts in the comments.